Alright, so last session, uh, one second. If I could type, that would be nice.
Mm.
Alright, last session, you guys explored the tower in Onlau a little bit more. The one of two planets that is completely subsumed by the infraworld in the Onlau system. You mostly explored some of the memories of events that occurred 800 years ago after the infraworld incursion swept over Tower. Um, excuse me. Finding two scenes of a woman who was kind of leading what looked like a paramilitary group at first, and you later confirmed was actually the Terran Mandate Defense Force, or basically you confirmed that they were army soldiers, that they were army trained soldiers, and that would be the Terran Mandate Defense Force here. Um, you also identified that the woman was the person referenced in Riley's various myths as the Jody.
Mm.
And you found a Sharpie label on her backpack that said J Stone, J. Stone.
Mm-hmm.
Saw two scenes of her, one where she was confidently and competently leading the soldiers in defense of some civilians with laser weaponry, and one where she seemed hesitant to make herself known before they seemed to even know that she existed, and had an opportunity to slip back into the growing shadows, but decided to um, uh, basically yell and scream at the soldiers that they're doing it wrong and stop trying to shoot these things with bullets. Don't shoot ghosts with bullets. Also followed. Hmm?
I said deploy.
Right? Also followed Riley's wheelchair memory to a minimum security prison facility or jail on the planet, which also happened to have a psych ward section. It was in the psych ward section that some of you watched the memory of where Jody interacted with her comatose mother.
Mm-hmm.
And you hacked into the hospital records. Weren't able to actually retrieve anything, but you found that there is information of value in there. And you did hack into the prison side of things, which is ironically harder. Wait, no, it wasn't harder actually. Right, it was slightly less difficult. Still, Das was having a difficult time with these 800-year-old computers. Not terribly surprising, but a little bit surprising for Das. He did get some information on what the whole Class C violation was, or stuff was. And on your exit, you decided to go over and investigate the shuttle that you had seen coming into the facility. There's another memory within that shuttle that, once again, Virgilia opened up and mind linked everyone to be able to see. Please. Notes again. And in this memory, you saw what appeared to be a 1-week-old child being taken from its mother, and things that you've come to associate with entity events occurring within the shuttle.
Mm.
kind of angry entity events, perhaps one might call them. Alright, and I see Lulu has just posted. Be here shortly. Darkstar endgame. that's optimistic, Knox.
Yeah, I doubt this is going to be like an end game session, but I mean, this, in the ending phase, but not one of the final sessions. But hey, you never know.
No, I think Knox was referring to the unknown next part of after war.
Right, yeah. Fair enough, yeah.
Alright, let's bring you into frame. The landing page has been updated, and so I'm going to move you very quickly over to your point crawl map. If there's not some kind of sound that's not voice, it just decides to turn itself off, like it just did. I hate this headset so much. Never buy Arctis again.
Very fun, very
I
cool.
would.
I know, it's still a good headset. I'm just being stubborn by refusing to install software for what were advertised as features on the packaging. So let's get some music going so it doesn't turn off on me again. Because that's ironically the way I've done it. I have a 1 hour YouTube clip of Jimmy Barnes screaming. And so if I think that I'm going to go a lengthy period where I won't have like a video audio, desktop audio, not voice audio, I'll just play that on low volume. Or high volume, depending on my mood. Alright, so you were at the shuttle and preparing to I don't know if you decided that you were going to hack into it, but you were at least preparing to decide what you were going to do at the shuttle. Nice ambiguous there.
Thanks, ambiguous signing for us to think about it over the week. Did we think about it over the week?
Yeah, did you guys think over it over the week?
Maybe.
No.
Well, at least you're honest.
Initially, we were going to have you think about the computers inside the Institute and whether you wanted to power them or just take the servers. You decided during the session to take the servers, and you've already got that. I don't think there was that much of a decision that you need to make on the shuttle. It really is just, do you think that there's going to be valuable data in this shuttle to try and hack it? You already know that it was used to transport Class C violations.
I mean, I'm not opposed to hacking it if we want to.
It is like the hospital computers. You will have to power up the shuttle. Shuttle should have its own internal power supply that might have lasted 800 years, but
Doubtful. Yeah.
it's however you power it up, it's going to have a higher power draw than the hospital computers. And does it have a server we can steal? Unfortunately, not for ships. Ship computers are too integrally tied into the actual ship architecture, and either by data corruption because they're not getting multiple points of data from multiple sources, or through actual protective encryption. They need to be accessed within the ship. I have posted a link to Jimmy Barnes screaming for 1 hour for your enjoyment, Knox. It is a proper spike drill equipped shuttle, and so it's quite big.
Unlikely, but not unlikely. It sounds.
No, you will not be able
Unless,
to.
of course, we can get it running completely, but that's also probably not a great idea here.
Mm.
There are options. You could try. There's the Notario drop pod landing. I believe you got a cargo lighter that you could do that with, right? Did you guys get a cargo lighter? You got a cargo lighter. You have to have a
We have
cargo
a
lighter.
cargo lighter.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even that's only 100 tons. No, you would pretty much have to try the dead drop, cycle to Notario's dead drop method with the Raza, and then use heavy equipment, forklifts and all that to move the shuttle in, and then you're taken off from the planet in a Raza. So you at least have emission damper on the Raza, so that might help.
I don't know. That sounds like you're trying to bait us into it.
It's also
No.
it's also a cruiser.
Also, that yeah.
Emissions dampers can only do so much.
Within the time scale that you're looking at, it really is a do the thing or don't. There are options that you could take, but they either take a much longer time than you would probably want to spend, or involve basically swapping out the one risk for another, or one risk for 3 others. All right, that's one vote on do the thing.
Yeah, I mean, we got away with it once. What's the worst that can happen?
Do you really want to say that?
I'm not going to say yes. However, I'm also choosing not to retract the statement.
Man, there are several 2-hour movies that follow specifically from that comment, and one that is actually named exactly that phrase. All of those movies could be multi-session one-shots. All right, so it sounds like you do want to power up the shuttle.
Yep.
Right. Wait, where'd my risk section go? Oh, right, it moved down because I added stuff. All right. Yes,
Unanimous enough.
I agree, Knox.
Yep. And because 2 people voted yes, is technically not a dictatorship.
All right.
It's a plurality.
Sure. Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, I mean that's a word.
Yeah, as a word, yeah, that's true.
All right, so you're not going to power up the whole shuttle with a single B cell. You could probably put a few B cells together to power up the computers throughout the ship for the duration of your hack, or you can just use an A cell as kind of like an ignition starter that gets the computer and equipment that is needed to start the ship running enough to for the ship to power on, or to find out if the ship can power on. The A cell itself will be low risk, as long as you roll a 10 or higher on your fix.
Is that basically starting the APU kind of thing?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Is that basically start the APU versus put it on ground power with the B cells?
I don't understand those terms. I'm sorry.
APU is the tiny engine in the back of a plane that runs the electrics while the main engines are off and it's not hooked up to ground power.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
That's basically my rationale here. Is that there's some kind of computer system in here that controls the power flow. You need to basically get into that system, get it powered, and then you will have the decision. You'll see how much power the shuttle computers alone are going to take. You don't have to power up the whole drive or anything. But you'll be able to see how much power the shuttle's computers as a whole will take, and make the decision at that point to proceed and power it up, or if you want to rethink your steps and try to jury-rig several B cells. Twix dictatorship.
Okay.
Always the right Twix.
Because it's right.
Because it's right. All right. Then I'm sure Doug has an A cell on him. I'm sure
Spare part.
multiple people may have A cells on them.
Yes, I do actually keep a bundle of A cells on me.
Yeah, they're so light. Does Doug want to go ahead and power up that APU?
Might as well. And then I was also gonna say laser weapons also require them, so we probably need a few.
Yeah. As with the B cell before, due to the energy conversion and the adjustments you'll need to make, this is going to effectively destroy that A cell.
Oh no, not the A cell.
I dare say we can spare another A cell.
I will say these details would be important if you didn't have a teleporter. So once again, Nox, bring in the game.
How many A cells do we have? It doesn't matter. Canada can just go get more.
Yes, Canada can just go get more.
For free.
Anyways, straight fix that.
Fix it. Okay. Yeah. The power architecture of the ship is simple enough to assess from here. Excuse me.
Oh.
Actually, I probably shouldn't have had you roll that fix in, because I'm going to have you roll another fix in depending on which direction you guys go. But, we get multiple fix-ins today.
It is what it is. It's fine.
Yeah.
So what's the situation now?
So you guys are in the shuttle, and you're...
We're rolling your characters.
Okay.
Yeah, we won.
Aw, guys, I was going to
Yeah.
lead him on for a bit.
Oh, okay. Sorry for the spoiler here.
It's fine. I do have a character idea. My next one's going to be a pirate.
You guys do not want to hear this.
No, we don't.
It's Lohan, isn't it?
I
Yep.
mean,
Got him.
Pirate night.
I mean, judging by what you've been saying for as long as you've been in this campaign, there isn't enough universe for Lohan to be a playable character age.
Don't think that'll stop Lulu.
I don't know who Lohan is.
Oh dear.
Oh. For a second there, I thought that was Percy. viral saying that. I was like, wait a second.
It's not. Believe me, it's not.
Could you imagine?
Yeah.
All right,
Although
so
now you mention it,
Imagine who is Lohad? It's Percy's kid.
so the actual situation is that you are investigating the shuttle that you saw when you were going into the institute. And Acel has just powered up the the entry power gate so that you can see what kind of draw powering up the ship's computers is going to have. And from the power infrastructure, you can see that a whole bunch of unnecessary systems are going to be powered up in bringing the computers online, at least unnecessary for you to access the computers. You could, of course, spend time blocking all those off and digging into the ship, but that's very much more of a shipyard type thing, because they're deeply embedded. Your choices become either go forward, power it up, or jury rig a whole bunch of B cells, taking a bit of extra time, and then power it up.
Wow. Does the mechanic have any preference?
Oh, and one other important piece of information that you were actually looking for in that is that, yes, the ship's power infrastructure can sustain a load on the computers without frying out.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that actually was part of the question. Sorry, go ahead and answer Lulu's question now, Meowkin. Sorry for interrupting.
Oh, sorry. What was the question?
What does Doug want to do? He's the mechanic.
I mean, I'm fine with I'm fine with smashing and grabbing here personally.
Mm.
I don't think we want to spend too much time, so I'm not. I mean, unless I don't know. Is there anything like? We do need to find a life support solution, and I am really hoping that something will magically present itself pre-tech wise.
We do, yeah.
So
Either
that's
that
something
one-
that I'm keeping an eye out for, but I don't know if a shuttle has what we need.
Yeah, 'cause,
Probably
like,
not.
Probably not, but also worth noting that, like, if we can always try and talk them into, hey, we're going to take multiple trips, you know?
Actually, that's another question. The shuttle. Does the shuttle have? So the shuttle itself has working power, correct? That's
Yeah.
why we can just turn it on.
Mhm.
Does it look like the other systems are functional? Like, if we wanted to, could this thing take off?
I'll give that to you on Doug's fix 14 here. So, and also giving even more value to that initial roll. Yeah, it would be very difficult to fly. It's got a lot of work, a lot of maintenance that needs to be done. It has missed a lot of maintenance cycles.
Mhm.
But it is possible for this thing to fly.
Okay. I do have one more question. We know that a shielding solution can exist around the, I guess around an energy source to block it off.
Mhm.
Could one of those shields be jury-rigged around the reactor of the ship to prevent it from being detected by the smoke entities?
I'll clarify something just for my own sake. I don't know what you mean by reactor, but the barrier technology is fairly specific and very fragile. You're not going to be able to interlace it in and out of other machinery. You basically just get to make a fenced area with it. So
Okay.
but you could do that around the shuttle.
Good to know.
Worth remembering that anything that we do with this shuttle is going to have to be done through the lens of, hey, too much power output or too much time taken, and we are going to have company.
Okay. I'm I'm up for whatever. I'm good with doing a smash and grab, or if you want to try doing something with this shuttle, then you could.
I'm just pretty well convinced that activating the shuttle's a mistake. Or
Mhm.
you know, I'm paranoid about creating a giant spotlight on us, basically, energy wise.
Yeah, let's get out of here as fast as we can, then. Smash and grab.
Okay. So,
All right.
all right. To clarify again, for the smash and grab, we're just cutting in, and grabbing whatever we can of the ship's data banks and black box, and then getting out.
I've already ruled out a server grab for ships as the data technobabble. No.
So what are we smashing and grabbing?
The options you have are to power up the shuttle using its own internal power structure, which is a high energy signature, or jury-rig a bunch of B cells, which will take time but is a moderate power signature.
Okay. Then what was meant by smash and grab exactly?
I mean, I'm just saying, whatever the quickest and dirtiest solution is what
The
I
quickest and dirtiest is definitely powering up, letting the shuttle power itself up.
Oh. Oh yeah, I guess smash and grab is loud. Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So you want to power them up and power it up and face what is coming.
Well, my whole thing has been I don't want to make a lot. Gosh darn it. I want to be quick, but
Yeah.
do I want to be quick and loud?
Quick and quiet do not go together. I think it's one or the other.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. Does anyone else have any strong opinions? I guess quiet is more where I'm leaning towards.
I lean more towards quick, honestly. Like, if we're quiet, they may still come across as anyway, you know?
Perhaps.
Like,
Well,
if we do things surreptitiously, does it decrease the chances of us like getting company enough to be worth the fact that it takes a bunch longer and they could stumble across it anyway? You get the idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And also, we do have 2 crews and at least a couple of anti-entity guns. So if nothing else, we can realize that it's not working and make an exit.
Yeah. Well, I guess we also do have Kana as a get out of jail free card, right?
Yeah.
As long as she doesn't get possessed, yeah.
Yeah. So I guess let's go quick and loud.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Let's get one more fix check from Doug to get this powered on.
That's maintenance.
Yeah.
I do fix strength.
I'll allow it. Yeah.
It's literally the same difference.
Yeah. I can actually see strength working here. Oh my goodness.
Oh wow.
See, it just needed a good old fashioned custom maintenance.
Yeah. That's all it needed.
Yeah. And in addition to the banging of things back into place, there were levers that have been actual manual levers that needed to be pulled, and they've been stuck for 800 years. So yeah, that all makes sense. Doug's just going at it.
Yeah, I think we're kind of like wincing coincidentally as he's just bashing stuff, but it's actually kind of working.
Yep. Doug, as he's working, there's a point where he sees that a system is drawing more power than well, a system that is unnecessary for you is drawing more power, and I don't know what he's got in his hand. Is it if it's a big old spanner, a jackhammer, or what? But one quick loud bang, and that system's energy spikes into compliance.
What's the
Off
odds that
the
if he'd
for sure.
What's the odds that if he'd rolled a 10, that would have been a problem that required addressing, and if it'd been a 6, he would have had no clue it existed.
Well, let me hear. What was that response there, Meowkin?
Oh, it's definitely a spanner.
Okay, definitely spanner. And the
It's a TL5 spanner, so.
of course. The risk there, Viral, is written right in my notes. You're dead on, pretty much. So the shuttle powering up does draw some smoke entities. It is not nearly as much as it could have been because you were able to keep the shuttle's own power draw to a more moderated level. But there are still two that come and investigate.
Well, that's less gain it could have been. Yep. If somebody can point Percy in the right direction, I can start shooting. Wait for it, literally.
Yeah. We'll get him in the right direction.
Okay.
Yeah. I do have the sense. I think I just need to know like roughly where to sweep to catch them.
Yep.
All right. Let's do a quick initiative roll for this. Oops, that's not the right thing. Turn order. There we go. Because while you're expecting them, they also know you're here. There's really no surprise, and we're jumping straight into combat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, of those that will be participating in,
Double 10's nice.
oh my goodness. You know what? Nobody else bother rolling. All of you take your turns.
Yeah.
If they survive, which they won't, then we'll roll. Because you can't, unless you have a -1 dexterity and you roll a 1. Does anybody that's integral to destroying smoke entities have a -1 dexterity?
Ask Riley.
Riley's an NPC and has no dexterity. She has
then
no attribute
no.
scores.
Put aside that the smoke entities both got the lowest possible roll, I got the highest possible roll with the highest possible dexterity bonus twice because I have a alert. Are we sure I don't get a surprise round?
You basically get a surprise round.
Right.
All right. I'm not even going to bother reordering this. I guess I could roll Riley to see. Oh, there she is. To see whether Virgilia goes before her. Oh. Riley may be more on the spot than Virgilia, which would be reasonable since Riley lives here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So you've got enough Overwatch and looking out that you're able to see the smoke entities, and you've got enough basically experience in Riley for her to recognize that they're not just passing by. Like you've seen many times, these are close enough that they could veer off and just pass on by, ignoring you completely. She calls out that they're coming straight for us and gives you that warning that you need to act. So, Viral, go ahead and see if, with his -4, Percy can take one out before the girls do.
The 31 hit.
31 does hit. Let me roll its hit points.
I'm gonna guess that doesn't automatically roll the damage.
Yeah, it was actually a pretty low average damage roll.
You'll probably get more damage than that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
that
that's
was
true.
13 on, that was like 13 on. I was 5 on 2d6.
You don't
Well,
need more damage than that.
You don't need
But
more
you could
damage.
get
You're
some.
welcome to roll it if you want.
Wait, what? Wait, hang on, what?
Hmm?
Hang on, what? Extra
Uh,
damage? What?
You don't need to re-roll the damage, but you're welcome to if you want, because you can.
Oh, right, yeah, yeah.
Licensing.
Oh,
Yeah,
of
you
course.
basically have you have advantage on the damage essentially.
Well, if you insist. That's a bit more like it.
It could not have rolled enough
Yeah.
hit points to survive that.
Yeah, nearly killed it twice over.
You see the same effect of the energy overload seeming to it's absorbing it. It's like it's eating the energy, and then just suddenly pop out of existence.
Okay, I'll
Um,
take that.
and then Riley's crew is on the other smoke entity, tearing it apart into literal puffs of shadow and malevolent eyes that get all lopsided and look sad for a moment before it's destroyed.
You know, looking sad is perhaps the most uncanny part of that.
It's malevolent eyes as depicted on that token. Let me pull it back up again. They do warp to here we go. They do warp to look like sad eyes as it's being destroyed.
Great. Now we're gonna
Wait,
feel
so
sorry
basically-
for him.
So basically, it comes upside down, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, or starts like melting on the edges.
Yeah, dripping down.
Yep.
Well, fortunately, I can't see them.
Yep, you just see
What
blob.
was that? I just
Just
see.
hear someone go,
Oh.
"Aww."
Does anybody actually express sympathy for the melting smoke entity before it's pulled apart? Viciously pulled apart, I should say.
Yeah, it's members perhaps.
I feel like just for the sake of no one would expect it. Doug does.
Oh.
Are you paying attention?
I mean, it had that sad look on its face.
Shouldn't you be focusing on the things we get out of here?
Oh, right.
Yeah. At this point, Doug's job is done.
Okay.
You take a few seconds to kind of see if that attracted. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I did forget to do one thing. Okay, you take a few seconds to look, keep on your watch, on your guard, and make sure that that's the extent of it. And surprisingly, yes, you've mitigated the energy draw sufficiently well that only a couple that were immediately in the area have been attracted. And that was it. You are going to face an ongoing risk of more entities. And so every hacking roll is unless you're
Another roll
taking the -2 penalty for an unplanned hack. If you're taking the full 10 minutes to hack, every hacking roll is going to be another encounter roll. Yeah.
I mean, if all the encounters are like this, I think we're fine.
I get the feeling they're not all going
Rolls
to be like
20
this.
entities on the next go.
Yeah. Now, if we roll 20 entities on the next scope, we hit them with the bye-bye and back to the ship.
No, here's what will happen. I'll roll one entity the next go, and
Yeah.
Percy will go first and shoot it, and then I'll roll a 1, and then I'll roll 6 more entities, and Percy will shoot one of them, and then I'll roll a 1, and then I'll roll 6 more entities.
Yeah.
We'll get to 20, don't worry.
Oh dear.
Yeah, can you add them faster than I can shoot them? I'm joking, I know you can. Can you
I
add them
can.
faster than I can shoot them?
All right, so you've got the shuttle powered up. These systems are, you have data protocols for it because DAS has all data protocols. And
I do love how often "no, you can't do that" turns into "well, actually," with a switch. Like, oh, you can't hack into that. You don't have a data protocol. Yes, you can. You can't shoot that. It's invisible. Yes, you can. You can't teleport. You're a spaceship. Yes, you can.
Oh dear.
Alright, let me just reformat this for Discord. And I'm not going to make you do an initial hack on what packages are available here, Ginja. I I think it's clear enough with the surface level access that you have that you can see what the packages are. You'll of course have to hack each of those individually as a get general information. Unless you want to ask a specific question of any of the individual packages and not get the full in detail of them. That is also an option. But those are the packages that I should label that allow. That you can possibly hack and pull from the shuttle.
Okay.
So, to quickly go over in voice, there's 3 packages: flight manifests, operational records, and encrypted directives. The flight manifests seem to be basically, the nav data, with lots of patterns that you would expect to be in just flight records and passenger lists. Operational records is mainly maintenance mixed in with some admin and crew logs or crew reporting. And encrypted directives is, well, it's encrypted.
Here, I mean, I'd encourage going for the hardest first, just because of difficulty scaling. So, encrypted directives seem like the best bet to start with.
I'm definitely most interested in those anyway. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like the operational records is going to give us pieces of flight manifest data, and maybe is more interesting anyway. So maybe just reverse order from what they're there.
That's basically what I was thinking. Yeah, you've got basically the same thought process as me.
Can we provide help somehow? Like maybe
Yeah.
Here's an idea. Here's a suggestion for an assistance thing. Maybe one of us can, like, say, use Notice to search around to see if we find any old codes left written around anywhere by someone a little lax on security.
Yeah, I'll
See if anybody's
absolutely
got
allow
post-it
it
notes
as long
up to
as.
their monitor.
Yep.
What was that?
Dex was extreme. That was the first in the previous cycle. That was the first attempt at hacking I made. I don't think anyone else was around here for that. But I remember Dex being very angry when my solution for hacking was to get a post-it note on the back of the computer.
I was so upset.
Yeah.
We argued about it for like 20 minutes.
I don't actually remember arguing about it. But if you do, I'll take your word for that, because that was probably a more negative experience for you.
Yeah. Okay. Wisdom Notice then?
In my current frame of mind, that seems reasonable to me, because it really is just, like, the way I see it is, if you get a password, you're not necessarily getting access to everything. You've made a check, and that check is getting you through. similar to a hacking check, and yeah. If I was upset about it, that was a younger, less wise me. But yeah, wisdom notice is fine. This will be to assist, to aid the hacking check.
All right, let me roll that.
All right, that is a success, and I will note the modifiers for you because you know them. You're right. The sensitive system, the encrypted, is considered a sensitive system, so it's got a +1 difficulty on that. The other two are just major government +2 and age +2. And of course, the sensitive, the encrypted has those modifiers also. So this was a difficulty 10 with a +5, and you just added a +1 to Das's hack check.
Nice.
There are some lax security protocols around. Clearly, way too many passwords for regular crew, for people just staffing a shuttle. And you do find some admin, the actual usernames, admin names, and passwords. It's not enough to just get you straight in, but it makes it easier. And so go ahead and make your first hack against the difficulty 15 with a +1. Oh no, Das, what is happening?
What
Did
is
you
happening?
did you add a -1
Are you
by
okay?
accident? Did you
I
change
wish I had.
anything?
Do you have a re-roll there?
1, 2, that's 1, 2,
like
3,
average.
4 on the dice. That's terrible.
That's like average. That's average for
That's like
2d6 on 4d6.
That's like average for an average person.
Yeah.
I mean, average for an average person with this amount of modifiers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All
But
right.
yeah, I feel like that's going to be the most interesting thing. So, yeah, that's reroll time.
Okay. I will, before you reroll, too late. I will
just
note
clicked it.
that there is the only penalty for failure is that the difficulty increases on your next attempt, and I roll another encounter check. There's nothing
Well,
shutting you out of the systems.
I think the re-roll was a good
Yeah.
idea anyway.
Yeah.
So,
I would agree there.
Oh,
Yeah, it'll reduce the difficulty overall. So
and that +1 helped. Yay.
It did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it did. It
Good job.
really shouldn't have been needed, but you know, it's like, hang on, let me.
All right.
Yeah.
While Ginja is calculating,
14.
you find IFF codes for an automated defense system called Cali, as well as docking codes for a research station Mojave 7. These are both. I guess it doesn't say where they are. Yeah, it doesn't say where they are. You just find the codes. The codes are hundreds of years old. But their file dates, and their file dates are very close to when you know shit went down on this planet. So it's unlikely they'll pass without scrutiny.
Mm-hmm.
But you know that there's an automated defense system wherever this shuttle has gone. Not in this system, you haven't seen it. And you know that there's a research station.
Both of those things sound interesting to look into, with the only concern that the first one is probably going to shoot us.
If it's still active,
Maybe.
which it probably isn't.
Well, let's not make. Well, I guess the main thing is
So let's assume it's not, but it probably isn't.
right. We'll see.
You also, I wrote this as a with operational, clearly expecting you to just get all three and fly through. So there's additional information that I'll put in here if you don't get the other two, but I'm going to leave it as it is for now. I kind of created some cross linkages.
Okay. Sort of maybe things that we technically have here, but we don't know how to interpret yet until we get the other bit or whatever.
Yeah. Basically, you see some crew records and crew logs, which should theoretically be in the operational records.
Okay. Well, let's see if we can get the operational records.
This is also a 15.
You sure you can manage that?
I mean, I should be able to.
Before you
Can't be
roll
sure.
it. Ooh.
Well, literally, we can't be.
All right. No additional attention.
Yeah, anyway.
Let's see how this goes.
Oh my goodness.
What the hell is
wow.
going on? What the hell is going on? Seriously. Seriously.
I mean, that was still an 8 die.
Does it? Here's my question.
Okay, the thing is, right, that's an 8 on the dice, right? Taking that as 13, 14, 14, right? The chance of rolling at most a 13 is about 17%, 1 in 6. The chance of rolling at most a 14 is about 30%. And I just did that 3 times in a row.
More if you count last. Well, maybe not in a row, but yeah.
Yeah.
I guess my question right now is this: given the help attempt was focused on getting the general codes for this anyway, would that still apply?
The specific bonus won't apply, but I will let you reuse the same justification.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and re-roll that then, just in case I can get something out of it.
Okay.
I don't think it's likely, but yeah.
You needed a +1 to get there.
Yep.
14.
Wait, how did you?
We're not allowed to help the help attempt, right?
Not allowed to help the helper attempt, but you can make your own help attempt. There can be multiple help attempts for the main roll.
I think my only skill that can get anywhere close to help out to like a 15 is shoot, which I don't really see how I can make that work in this situation.
Shoot that part right there.
Well, does Doug have anything with fix they can do?
The kind of cover that I'm giving is best described in attack rolls.
I mean, yeah, obviously my thing would be fix. Trying to justify it in my head, but I mean, it's not usually too hard to get to fix the helping in a program, right?
Yeah.
Giving it a doing a little quick system reset.
Yeah, system
Turn it off and on
resets.
again.
Physically deactivating or air gapping connections that are interfering, because they're pulling data from one place and overwriting what DAS is doing or tripping security protocols. The kind of things that you use line shunts to get around often enough. So yeah, there's an argument for a fix check if you want to make that.
All right.
Give it a shot.
Intelligence. Let's do a smart fix. I mean, yeah, it's worth the reroll. I guess I can go ahead and use my reroll.
This is its own scene unless you end up rolling skill checks in smoke entity incursions.
Yeah.
Might as well.
No.
It was up there at least. But not quite.
Yeah, close.
Yeah. Nox had a thought as well.
I don't have that specialist, so.
Pilot, Nox, go ahead and put the in-game questions and comments in discussion. That's usually the channel that I have open. But yeah, absolutely. A pilot can help as well. There's justification there with the pilot needing to be able to manage power or reroute systems.
Yeah.
There you go. You got that +1.
Yep.
All right. So, with that operational stuff, There are numerous maintenance logs, and I'm posting it as we go. I just gotta quickly edit it. Yeah. There's numerous maintenance logs, way more than you would expect on a shuttle that than would be expected for a medical shuttle like this. There are reports of minor technical failures, maintenance issues, and the odd system failure. Also included in these operational records are instructions for handling Class C subjects, noting that their advanced pregnancy on their drill to Artemis, as well as sedation protocols and handover procedures for Dawkins intake. I clearly wrote this with the directly from the flight manifest, and so some of that information should have probably been gated behind a with flight manifests.
Yeah, maybe. But like I said, it's kind of the sort of thing where like something that's not something that's in the official flight manifest might actually be implied by the operational records anyway.
Yeah, I think there's enough mention of Artemis to know that, and you've already heard the name Artemis, I believe, as a system name, right? Oh, you have not. So you're seeing the system name Artemis as a location in this, but it's not in reference to any kind of metadimensional map or anything. So you don't have a pin on it yet. You'll probably get that.
It's just like this is a location.
Mm-hmm. You'll probably get that from the flight manifests.
Indeed.
Oh, and
to get.
There is one more thing here, because you already got the encrypted. Comparing against the encrypted data, also, you see places. There's systems within the shuttle that seem to have withstood significant electrical damage, and those are probably pre-tech. Yeah, there we go. There's the with operational that I expected for the encrypted directives.
Actually, that's a good question. Places within the shuttle that have sustained severe electrical damage that are pre-tech. Can pre-tech components be extracted from those?
It sure can. You'd be able to find anywhere from 1 to 3 materials or conversion pre-tech components within the shuttle. Spent a little bit more time digging in.
I think materials are pretty juicy for us.
Materials would be nice, yeah.
Both of those are ones that we need.
Oh, good.
Cool. Yeah.
And then the encrypted directives in combination with the operational you just hacked. You see that there are maintenance logs in the operational records that have been scrubbed, and they're in the encrypted section. They're showing clearly signs of entity distress when the Class C violator's week-old child is again, I wrote this with the expectation that you'd have the other stuff, but there are records.
So you expected it with you wrote it with the expectation that we go ABC, and we've just gone CBA.
Yes! Jerks.
I mean, come on, Dex. You gotta assume we'll do the most difficult first, just because, like, mechanically that's
Yeah,
probably the best way
my
to go.
brain got locked on a path, and
Yeah.
I didn't take the time to come back to it a day later and say, wait a minute here.
Hmm.
Realistically, if we are the type of people to take shortcuts, do you expect us to be here?
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
Interesting that it mentioned operational records of carrying Class C subjects, though. Like, we saw something about that in one of the memories, didn't we?
You saw that in prison records.
That was it, yeah.
Mhm.
Hmm.
All right, and I believe the last one, if you want to help me turn CBA into ABC, is going to be a difficulty 16.
Yep.
Would you reckon get Drake up to it?
For the
Wow.
It should be doable.
for the
You said that last time.
sake of not drawing out too many rolls, you've all already rolled some manner of assist check except for Percy, and so I'll let you take a +1 forward onto this.
Okay. Cool.
You have been pre-aided.
Okay. So this should work then. Right?
3.
You needed exactly a 16.
Only just. Only
You're
just.
You're welcome for the +1.
Yeah.
All right. Alright, this one's got a lot in it, so give me a second to get it all formatted for Discord. One would think that I would pre-format these, but I just don't like the way it looks in Word.
Hmm. Yeah. I don't know exactly what the stats are in terms of rolling quite that badly, but it's definitely low single-digit percent across those 4 rolls.
Yeah. Alright, why didn't that format properly? Needs one more space. Alright. There's the good old bullet points. So, basic information you find from the flight manifest are actually the rudders to Artemis. And this will also result in Artemis being visible on your map. I'll update that in a minute. You'll also find that Rebecca Stone, like every other Class C violation, made a single round trip to Artemis, each of them staying there for 6 to 10 weeks before returning. With all the other information that you already have, you can pin that 6 to 10 weeks down to they were taken about 2 months prior to their expected delivery date and left Artemis system exactly 1 week after their actual delivery date. You can see the actual delivery date in the in one of these records, probably the encrypted. And
Yeah.
and yes, you can now put the Kali and Mojave 7 in as things that you'll encounter in Artemis. And also that Artemis is a black hole.
Yeah. This is definitely. I remember saying when we initially hacked the, I think the medical side computer, that like the way, or possibly the prison, whichever one it was that we hacked and we got some information from, that like the way it was being handled, the way it was kind of like people being categorized as Class C, even when it looked like actually that wasn't really warranted.
Yeah, it was
felt
trying
like
to
they
get.
were pulling people over to that side for some reason.
Yeah.
And it wasn't clear if it was to get them out of the prison side or into the hospital side. But given this,
Yeah.
I suspect into the hospital side.
So they've got test subjects for whatever the hell this
Yeah.
is.
They're doing some kind of experimentation. They want test subjects. So they'll categorize anyone and everyone as a Class C to get it.
And one thing that I forgot in the recap was Riley, if you recall, upon seeing the memory at the shuttle, Riley's crew voicing through Kana that it felt like he had been trapped in real space and was asphyxiating, and his only method of survival was bonding with what he kind of described as a smooth, wiggly consciousness.
So the baby rather than a full-grown human.
Would make sense.
That seems to be the suggestion, yeah. And you know what? I'll put a period on that. Yes, with the information you've got here about a mother's meeting with their week-old child right before they're being transported back to Tower from Artemis, or back to Odenlau from Artemis, and the maintenance records within the encrypted, the scrubbed maintenance records that clear signs of entity distress. You can conclusively say that that's what was happening. You can also infer from all of this, correctly, that Terran Mandate was doing some things.
Yeah. Yeah, we gathered that one.
Yeah.
No.
All right. So here's what we need to know for next cycle. We need to know that in order to prevent all of these bad things from happening, we need to destroy the first the Terran Mandate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Jog my memory, did that?
I can see that being like a 3-session one-shot.
Did the Terran Mandate not? Am I tripping, or did the Terran Mandate not already get destroyed a long time ago?
Oh,
well,
honestly, we are not sure if the Terran Mandate is destroyed or not.
Oh,
It's certainly
God.
not present in the sector.
Right.
Oh God. Well, I know what we're doing in Phase 3.
So, just a quick overview of the timeline and locations. The Terran Mandate picked Odenlau as its first colony location, setting up 2 planets, one an industrial base where all the workers and fabrication stuff would occur, the planet you're currently on, and the other, New Terra, to be the gem of the Artemis sector. They had a jump gate built, and at some point that jump gate catastrophically failed. Terran Mandate appears to have also been doing some experiments in Artemis, and about 24 years after the jump gate failed, I think it was, with the forces here clearly trying to still repair it. No new Mandate ships had arrived because at that point they had lost the rudders for it, or no longer had rudders or ships that were capable of making those drills. And then all of this happened. You know that at some point jump gate got built in Azi in the overall sector. That also ended up crashing. I'm sorry, what was that?
I think that came up.
That also ends up crashing, and it's in pieces on Reina Lottie. And so Terran Mandate eventually did make their way back to this sector, but they clearly didn't get enough of a foothold, and at some point they turned into Galactic Mandate. Or they had faded and Galactic Mandate just picked up the mantle again. With a more noble, more moral view and process.
Now they're just space cops instead of the government controlling the space cops.
Yeah, basically.
So, your mileage may vary there a little bit, but
they certainly have much less grip over the sector. And you passed all of your encounter checks. Maybe I should have made them higher chance.
No, I feel like this was fine. Don't worry about it.
But I really wanted to attack you with the 3d6 smoke entities.
no. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, Dex. We will permit you to attack us with 2 if you keep the same initiative earlier.
Oh well, thank you for that permission.
Make it 3. Technically, you could roll out on 3d6.
You can roll out a 3d6 if you in the end divide it by 6. How about that?
It actually wasn't
what,
3d6,
3D1?
it was a 3d4, but still.
Yeah.
Look, Dex, jokes and fake bargains aside, if nothing else, we're like, the fact that you didn't hit us with anything means that we're going to get bolder and continue to poke around probably until you can hit us with something.
Yep.
I'll take that. You have avoided...
You know what we're like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not that you didn't hit us with anything, it's that you haven't hit us with anything yet.
Yeah.
That's right. With the data, the useful data as far as DAS can estimate, extracted from the shuttle, it's safe to power it down. Unless, of course, you want to do something else with it.
Unless we particularly want to leave it running as a beacon and get out of here as quickly as possible, I feel like it's probably safer to turn it off.
Yeah. I mean, there's pre-tech bits, right? How long is it going to take to cut
Yeah.
those? I'd assume we want it off for those.
Again,
Yeah,
we
turn it off,
first
yeah.
want.
Turn it off.
Turn it off, yank those, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Turning it off does make it easier to get to those. You don't have to be as careful with where power is, and so should only take you 5 to 15 minutes, depending on how well Doug rolls.
Okay.
Unless somebody else wants to do the fixing.
Nice.
I shouldn't assume Doug's rolling.
someone else can
I don't
roll.
want to do the fixing, but can I assist with
wanna hog all
like
of
an
it.
int sneak or something?
Yes, you can.
I don't want to hog all the fix rolls.
All right. That is not enough for a +1, unfortunately.
Wow, I'll check.
Well, I can roll notice again just to spot where things might particularly fancy things might be. So if
We've already
that's
got
okay,
the
I'll-
location of the fancy things.
Just like, all right, for access panels then.
Okay.
For repairs.
That works.
We know where they are. How do we get to them?
Yeah. What's a easier route there? That will give Doug a +1.
Yay.
Perfect.
And intelligence still.
Uh-huh.
God, I should actually remember this for later, because notice seems like a really good skill for just helping. Wow.
I have been very lax about it. But
Well,
it hasn't
no,
been
because-
being abused.
It's not that you're lax about it. It's just one of those things that is very easy to justify as being helpful.
It can be, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Are we in the
Yeah.
same scene as the hacking now?
No, unfortunately, you're in a new
You're
scene.
Unfortunately, we're in a new scene. Okay. Well, might as well.
Yes. Unfortunately, from
There
Dex's
we go.
perspective.
There you go.
Yeah.
There it is. All right, and so with 2 components rolled that can be salvaged, one of them is going to be materials, one of them is going to be conversion. The third one, if 3 had been rolled, I would love to let you pick.
We're gonna get at least one of each.
We'll take it.
So it means the same thing if I rolled a 1 or a 2. If I'm reading that right. Anyway, that's fine.
Oh no. If I had
I'm
rolled
fine with
a 1, you would have just gotten the materials.
Okay.
Hmm.
Oh, I see what you mean. So
Yeah.
2, you have
It's
to
like
one of
first
each.
one is whatever, then the second one is whatever the first one wasn't. Yeah.
Right. All right. That does hit the minimum for time for the success, so this does take a good 15 minutes. Minutes?
Minutes, yeah. 15 minutes.
And
got?
still no. I cannot justify increasing the encounter chance because you shut down the shuttle.
Yep.
Aha.
All right, so under constant threat, because I rolled a lot of 2s there. Under constant threat of passing smoke entities, randomly seem to veer off. Remember, these things are like goldfish. They're just swimming around the air, nearish ground level. They never get more than a meter or so away from the ground,
Yep.
as far as you've observed.
Fortunately, they also have the medical capacity of goldfish.
Yeah, they also seem to have the attention span and the memory of goldfish, because while some of those 2s did result in smokes coming closer to investigate you, they also lost interest before they got to you. And then,
I was joking when I said they lost interest on the way here.
what's that?
I was joking when I said they lost interest on the way here.
Yeah, no, they actually did. They lost interest in whatever was in front of them, and curved off a different path, and then seemed to have forgotten that there was anything interesting over here.
It's literally like, there's something interesting over there, I'll go and investigate it, and then halfway there you're like, what was I doing again?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And this is all kind of there's a little bit of exposition from Riley, describing that this is fairly normal behavior for them.
Weird. So it's probably best not to shoot them at a long distance, huh?
Yes, she confirms that is part of the defense protocols with the Grand Memorial, is you do not engage unless you know that you're being targeted, or somebody's being targeted.
Hold your fire until you see the red of their eyes.
Yes.
I can't see anything of that anything.
Not just hold your fire then. No, we need you to shoot eventually.
Yeah.
Hold your fire until we tell you that we can see the reds of their eyes.
Okay, got it.
Percy has been very effective in removing them so far.
Yeah.
I'm
That's what
just
I'm
saying.
saying, we need him to shoot.
I'm just saying.
Ooh.
Most people need to get a perfect roll to come within 10 points of the score that I rolled with a -4.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was gonna say, Lulu, I hear you typing up a storm in the background there.
Oh, I was responding to a question elsewhere.
Okay. About storms?
Sure.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, with Dawkins' secondary intake at your back, and you're kind of at the edge of the city. From your vantage point up at the outpost, you have an idea of quickest path back to the central Grand Memorial Hospital at 0, where you've left Koana, Orion, and Aurelia. And you also know the quickest path back is back through the transit station, but you also know what direction, which streets to take, and also to avoid more densely populated smoke entity locations. If you want to swing by the starport, and the park is on the way back. Do you want me to bring the list of locations forward?
Sure.
Once again, absolutely loving this feature. Bam. No longer do we have to just do a reply and then make people click. I can just put it right there.
Really, the time saved is staggering. So whereabouts was it? We were again? We were in. I forget which section we were in.
You're currently at 8.
Right, so we are really representatives. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, because we came from 1 through 12 and 14, I believe.
You came. 0 is
through
the
4.
hospital, the community. You
Okay.
went to 13 first, saw the lay of the land, so to speak, and then went
Okay.
to 1, 4, and 8.
Okay, so completely different. Got it.
You had all the
makes
right
sense.
numbers.
I didn't even have to slightly have all the right numbers.
Okay. I was trying to give it to you, Viral.
I appreciate it, but I did say the numbers 12 and 14 for where everyone could hear.
Oh, did you? I didn't even hear that, so that was my bad too.
I did say the numbers 12 and 14 where everyone except Dex could hear.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, 12 and 14 are the places you have not gone on this side yet.
Okay. How much do we want to check out 12 and 14? How much do we feel like there's going to be something useful there versus, say, what's in 2, 10, or 22?
Starport?
Let's see.
Yeah, it's basically Starport versus like Sector 7 uplink relay, North Reservoir bunker, and Core Light column, which I remember being a point of like major interest.
I believe.
I think
I believe
we
two.
wanted to do- Go on, sorry.
Sorry. I was going to say, I believe 2, 10, and 22 were the most important for, like, things are pointing in that direction.
I think I
what I
remember
Viral, go ahead.
Sorry.
I vaguely remember there being something big about 22 in particular, but also potentially something like we might need to run out of there with our asses on fire, so we should do that last.
Yeah.
Lulu?
14 and
Good. Sorry. I'm moderating now because you both have the tendency to talk at the same time, and it's great and funny.
I'm glad it's amusing someone.
But yeah, Lulu, go ahead.
Yeah, I believe 12, I think, was pointed out as a coordination for, like, emergency supplies and such. I believe that was suggested at the hospital.
Yeah.
At some point.
It's unlikely that there's anything of value remaining there, since that was a point of interest 800 years ago.
Right. And then 14 is the starport. Like, there's probably valuable materials there if we want to go, but I don't know if there was anything else.
Yeah, I
Right.
think I'd favor hitting those other locations over visiting those.
Right.
I think it'd be more
Yeah.
important to
I mean,
save the time and effort.
How long time-wise would it take to go back via 14 and 12 versus via 4?
Going back via 14 and 12 would add about half an hour to an hour, and thus 1 encounter check.
Is that half an hour to an hour of raw commute, or half an hour to an hour expected time that we would poke things?
Yes.
Oh god. No, I mean, like, they're not the same thing, because, like...
I don't really have an answer for that.
Okay.
Hang on, let me give you an answer, because it's a question that deserves an answer. I will call that both. Half an hour if you just book it back. Well, no, my intent with half an hour to an hour was that is raw commute. I'm not accounting for how long you may or may not spend there. It is supposed to be a slower route back to Great Memorial, because the route from 8 to 4 to 1 and then to the hospital is actually it's a subway track. It's straight. It's very quick and easy to navigate, whereas the other is on streets. There are risks with both. You could get intercepted going through the subway, and you would have almost zero warning of it. But at the same time, you've seen that entities getting close doesn't necessarily mean they're going to attack. So the confined space doesn't mean as much.
It doesn't mean as much. There's still an argument to be made that having higher visibility for our purposes lets us avoid those unnecessary risks, though. So, up to you.
So I'll put it into a simpler binary for you. Going via the transit station will take you half an hour. I will roll 1 check. The check that I roll will be a double check, in that I will need to roll the 1 twice. Very unlikely that you'll encounter anything. Going 12, 14 lets you see the other locations, but is a normal check, and will take I'll say it's also a half hour. It's also a half hour if you make a difficulty 8 survive check. Or an hour if you don't.
I think we should pass to the other area, like just telling ourselves we won't stop for anything.
Yeah, we're just doing window shopping.
Yeah. We'll just window shop. It's just
Sure.
And it's probably unlikely anything will catch our attention.
I think it's worth covering as much ground as we can, so that we don't miss anything that's like massively important and blindingly obvious.
Yeah.
Because we would feel bad if we found out until later.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I think we tread new ground, and again, not planning to stop anywhere, y'all. Just straight back.
I know you were joking, Viral, but I do want to point out that no, you're fine. You did not negotiate the group into more checks. I already had them planned.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Just telling you that to make you feel better.
I'm agreeing with Lulu also. It is entirely possible that I would have forgotten until you reminded me.
Yeah. I think really the thing you've negotiated us into is knowing what the checks would be.
Yes. Yeah.
Which I don't know if that's a good thing, but it's certainly a thing.
A thing.
All right, let's go ahead and. It sounds like you're going the longer route.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're just gonna be window shopping.
We're going quickly, and we're not jumping in any more shops.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get that survive check out in advance. This can be wisdom, but also because you have the overview from 13, it could also be intelligence.
That's our, and then well, we will trial. We will face these temptations.
Oh, come on! I can't make every one of these points interesting, can
I
I?
assume if we're going into this, somebody has decent survive.
I have +1 survive and +1 wisdom, so I can have a +2 on this.
You can also ask
Okay.
Riley to make the check.
No, we're professionals. We should have this covered. Theoretically.
Okay.
Anyways, I have +0 survive. Net.
But when I say have Riley make the check, just kind of rely on her native knowledge of the environment.
Yeah.
She has as much navigational information as you guys here, but she's got more lived experience on the planet.
That makes sense, yeah.
So, are you guys making the check, or are you relying on her?
We'll let her. She has more navigational experience than living on the planet, even though she has the same raw geographical data.
Okay. She is anxious about being asked, or any kind of inference that she's being important in this journey.
It's okay. We don't need to give her that inference. Like, I think it's fair to say we're looking like we totally know what we're doing and cross-checking with her. Quote unquote
Okay.
cross-checking. I think that's reasonable.
Are you trying?
With Riley, with the way she's been so far, I don't think it's unreasonable that's how we would treat it either, is it? Actually, no, I think we would just try and navigate ourselves, and then, like, she would probably try and go like, hey, you're going completely the wrong way.
Okay. All right. I think we can accommodate that. I kind of have an idea of what you're doing there, and I think I'd like you to roll either a talk or connect check with that. Once again, the difference being if you're trying to just leave her, if you try to just convince her that you guys are on top of your game, you know what you're doing, and you're not actually using her help, but thanks for it anyways, that's more talk. If you're trying to build her up and create a connection in this case where she feels like she's moving up in the power dynamic, that would be connect.
I don't trust my +2.
Also an option.
I mean, on average, I'll succeed.
I thought you were trying to get us back quickly.
On average, Das succeeds all those hacking checks. Doesn't mean it was easy.
It really is. I don't want to belabor this. It really is just a question of if you want to rely on your own devices, or if you want to rely on a native who hasn't actually been out here, and then how you frame that.
I prefer relying on our own.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like that's what I carried up there.
Okay, then yeah, go ahead and roll that for us.
Yes.
Either int or
I
wisdom survival.
will. See, I don't know why anyone was ever worried.
That's right. He also does have a +1 for wisdom.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't
even
have like a +2 in anything, but I have a lot of +1s.
That's right.
Actually.
Yeah. So even with the backup of intel overview, map overview, Doug's instincts on navigating derelict streets, in a city like this, come out on top.
My wanderer doesn't do me much good because I don't have any transport around here. ain't no traffic going anywhere.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's true. But I'd say that it still influences and gives Doug a fair knack for navigating here. And roll your encounter check. All right. That is you're successfully navigating around the entities again. The first location you come to is the starport. This is, now that you're able to look closer at it, just passing by, you're not actually going into it unless you tell me. It looks like it is a military starport. It has solid support structure. It doesn't look like it was designed for a cruiser, but just based on your military frame of reference, military construction, it looks like it'll hold. There is chain link fencing surrounding the perimeter that could be wired with a few hours of work and a barrier activated to help hide a landing ship's energy visibility, and sufficient high-capacity buildings to hold the full population of the known communities safely within those barriers.
So, that's good to know, because this might actually make for a good evac site then. Actually, are there any ships still here?
There are some ships still here, yes.
Okay.
I think this might be worth investigating further. Mostly joking. But I think with the fact that it has the barriers, if nothing else. No, wait, those barriers wouldn't be designed to work against entities, would they?
I'm sorry.
What's that?
Can you repeat that?
I said, no, these barriers wouldn't be designed to work against the entities, would they?
Well, no, that's just it. That's what Dex was saying with the wiring. We could wire them within a couple hours to provide the energy shielding that prevents entity access.
Okay.
Yeah. For a quick visual of the barriers, there's basically two components. One being a chain link fence. That's involved in all of the barriers that you've seen and the all talk of the barriers. And the fencing there seems actually important to carry the signals and electricity and the wires and all that. The other component is the barriers themselves that get integrated with those fences. So the starport has good structurally sound chain link fencing around it. Barriers can be added to it.
Okay. Well, this sounds like we can probably skip it. They're not likely to want like a second colony location because we're hopefully getting them out of here soon. We'll check it out if we need to come back here. Like if we need a second location, whatever. We know where it is.
All right. Continuing.
Unless I want to squeeze.
Yeah. Does anybody else want to pause here or do anything here? Or do you want to continue on?
No, excellent.
I'm good continuing on.
All right.
Yes, so we wouldn't be distracted.
2-4-3 abstain.
What was that, Myokin?
So we said we wouldn't be distracted. Carry forward.
You wouldn't be distracted. Carrying forward. Continuing on back to the hospital. You, just by happenstance, cross through the park that was mentioned. And I should note, I've been a little bit neglectful of the visual flavor around here. There are a few distinct characteristics of the visuals and the infrastructure, the architecture around here. For one, there's a fair amount of the architecture is fairly brutalist. It's brutalist and effective. Designed more for efficiency than aesthetics. And for two, there's a lot more ruin here than you would expect for a place that mainly experienced violence in the form of looting. There wasn't really all that much. There wasn't like a war against entities here. There was you saw the most effective battles against entities, and it was just, hey, they happened to be here and attacking people, and there was no concerted effort behind the entities attacking them. They were just snacks. You see a lot of like load-bearing walls that have crumbled. A lot of concrete that's just decayed, so to speak. And no, these, concrete's supposed to last more than 800 years. More or less, not fully structurally intact, but it's not supposed to crumble quite this much. You don't see a whole lot of plastic, and you do see a whole lot of steel beams and piping. Let's see. I think that's about it as far as just throwing description at you. And so when you get to this park, it is or was at one point an amphitheater, and you can see where a logistics camp was set up in the hollow there. Let me give you a bigger picture. Darkstar and art. Where's Onalao? There we go. Big picture incoming. So you can see what the structure is supposed to look like there. It has also crumbled a little bit more than the picture suggests. Unfortunately, I made the picture before realizing the detrimental effects of situations here. And so there's a lot less crumbling and ruin than should be depicted. But the amphitheater roof has collapsed. The buildings nearby are barely clinging on to the steel girders, and oddly enough, I think the wood paneling also. I have to double check that. Blank, 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 blank. What's visible of the logistics camp in that rubble has been picked clean. But like the starport, the amphitheater is surrounded by a chain link fence. Doesn't look like this was a natural or native feature of the park. It's certainly in a weird place if it is. But somebody at some point far in the past tried to set up the barrier. You see the chain link and some of the fragile wiring that you've seen necessary for functional barriers. You don't see any of the actual barrier generator text though. But again, it's another location that you could feasibly and quickly set up barrier technology and power it, and the amphitheater here would be a fairly safe holding point for a group of people or operations.
Okay.
Good to know. We will keep that in mind if we need a hold area for a group of people for an operation.
Yeah, I feel. Well, and I guess just thinking long term too. I mean, research base. I mean, not
Maybe.
I mean, just a thought. Like having it just really feels like this is set up for perhaps some more long term stuff.
I will admit that I have made sure to include details that would allow this to be a war headquarters.
Okay.
So I've felt like in this campaign we've unlocked fewer or less obvious locations to set up the HQ for the next chapter or next campaign.
Yeah, this one's a bit of a fixer up part. It's kind of
It's a little bit subsumed.
Infested with metaphysical horrors beyond our comprehension, I would say.
Yeah,
But
it's
it's an
not the greatest
option.
option. It's not the greatest, but it is an option. Yeah. All right. Well, getting back to the hospital from here is fairly easy, and
Mhm.
let me now roll a check to see if they've noticed Riley or the absence of Riley.
Oh dear.
The answer is no. They would never suspect.
They need to get a 10 on this. They did not.
Fantastic.
And so Riley, with a little bit of help from crew, is able to sneak back into her room without, with crew scouting ahead to make sure nobody's in there to see. And she gives you the all clear signal. She climbs in the window that she left cracked.
Nice.
Perfect.
We totally got away with it.
What? I'm sorry?
We totally got away with it.
You totally got away with it. You did. And we're right at break time, so why don't we go ahead and take our break and come back in 15 minutes? Make it 17 minutes to make it an even at whatever time 15. Quarter after.
Sounds good.
No.
Hey, welcome back. Late as usual.
Hey, I stopped doing what I was doing and unmuted the Darkstar tab on my browser at 21:15. Not my
Okay.
fault that it now says 21:16.
I will take your word for that. I was not looking at the Darkstar thing.
There we go.
All
For
right.
all you know, it was still 21:15 when I logged on, but not when you said late.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Let's come back into frame, and I want to start off by highlighting something that I said was unusual. And first inviting speculation on it, and then letting you roll. So not too much speculation before getting to a roll. Basically, just want to give an opportunity for you to say something you believe is happening, and for me to say yes, that's right, without you rolling.
Yeah, okay. I've actually got something. I believe Dex is fucking with us.
I mean,
go ahead and roll.
I mean,
Nothing
it's-
unusual.
it's Sunday. What else do you want to know?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll 1d26.
Well, that's not realistic.
Hmm.
10.
And on a 1 out of 10 scale, you are spot on.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
On a 1 out of 10 scale, why did you make him roll a d26, Dex?
You'll never know.
It's because you're fucking with us, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, having traveled around the city here, a city that managed to survive at least in some measure and keep civilization going. To your knowledge, it is the only one on Onalau that did that, and that none did on Tower. You've of course seen some memories of the Jody or Jody Stone that suggest there may have been reasons for that survival. Okay, got it. Thank you, Beryl. But more to the point I'm driving towards, you've seen a lot more degradation of specific types of structure through the city that you've traveled through than one would expect, even for a damp and cold 800 years.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I want to invite speculation on before I have anyone roll.
Is it organic material?
It is organic material. There's a lot more degradation of organic material than non-organic.
I mean, I suppose that does kind of make sense, doesn't it?
I don't know where to go with that, but
Well, actually, that might have been misleading because there is also some non-organic material that is very degraded.
I mean, my initial assumption is just that the Infoverse is slowly converting that into, is just slowly consuming that, maybe converting it directly into energy or maybe some other thing and that's just causing the relatively rapid collapse.
Okay, following from that, you see more degradation in areas where you expect there would have been a higher concentration of smoke entities over the course of time, like places where there are still higher concentrations of them have more collapse than places that are just like, the open street where they're not swarming.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Well, I'm hesitant to use knowledge that I have from a previous cycle, but do we know what spoke entities do to people in this cycle?
I don't
Get
believe
shot.
you've gotten that information this cycle, no.
I don't know.
Well, because that's what I think is going on.
Right, fair.
Do we know what it is that smoke entities do to organic material in general? Because if the organic material is decaying at a noticeably faster rate than it should be, then that might have something to do with it.
Yeah,
Perhaps.
see, last cycle you got a whole lot of data from
Yeah, that
Coast.
was, I think it was Coast. Yeah, from one of the
Yeah.
facilities there.
Mm-hmm.
They had a whole bunch of records about it.
Which either we didn't pass forward, or Beth is still holding in reserve to bargain for her entire life. I keep telling you, we should have given her the bulbs.
Beth, we have come to bargain.
Send bulbs. Send bulbs.
Would Beth be willing to hand us over more information if we installed her in like some sort of killbot mecha thing?
Are you
Oh,
sure?
really? Stealth bomber.
We don't need to go that far. I don't think, do we?
Well, I'm just saying maybe we should just cut out the middleman and give her what she really wants.
I mean,
Like, we can
why
strap like
stop
skulls
there?
and shit to her if she
Why
likes that
stop
too.
there? Why not
Let me-
give her a
let-
whole
let-
army?
Let me put it this way. Why don't we work our way up to that and make smaller deals and then build up to this so we can get like 5 or 6 confessions out of it for the killbot instead of 1.
That's fair.
Also, giving her a killbot is okay, but 2 already dead corpses is not. Come on now. Where is the line?
Well, I mean, we don't need to give her the whole corpse.
It's a squiggly line, Byral. It's a very squiggly line. Okay. I think a heal check would be appropriate. I would accept a survive or fix check. And let's let anyone who thinks that their character would have some relevant insights and observant enough, or is observant of these details to roll. No, obviously,
Okay.
is a good option there.
I got nothing, sorry.
I'll give it a notice check at least.
Byral, I'm going to do you a solid here and say that based on those pre-tech artifact weapons you found, you can also roll shoot.
See, I'm still not quite sure the person is paying attention to that, as opposed to, potentially like on the smoke entities.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
But, Percy understands he is not one of the nerds. The nerd shit is not his apartment.
Okay. He is just taking the weirdness in stride, or maybe not even noticing the weirdness.
I'm just saying, any of the seconds that I spend looking at the weirdness could be the second that I'm not pointing the gun at where the bad guys are going to come out.
That's true. All right, I got
What?
one.
No, it's a perfectly healthy coping mechanism. What are you talking about?
Got one roll from Virgilia. Anybody else want to roll?
A notice.
Did you say heal was an option?
Heal was an option. Survive, fix.
Yeah.
I didn't even allow
I
work
have
here.
Pretty good. I have pretty good in heal, so
Go for it.
How do you survive?
didn't roll very well. But,
Didn't roll very well.
Well, you did roll.
That's a 5 on the dice plus 4.
Okay. I'm gonna say that Das has had other bits on her mind, and these observations aren't intuitive. I think in her case, but where it comes to Virgilia and Doug specifically, the pattern that you're seeing is that plastics are highly degraded. Concrete even has lost some of its consistency, and wood, people, and their bones have become brittle. There's a pattern forming that with some probably some discussion, I'll let you guys decide how much there is, but basically you can know as characters that the smoke entities are eating carbon through some mechanism. They appear to be shearing carbon off of out of chemical, chemicals, bonded elements, and from that conclude in some way that they are feeding on energy. So your laser shots are feeding them.
Yeah, and then you just feed them and feed them and feed them, and they pop.
No, they're basically treating us as like a mobile food thing. So they're just like popping in, get shot a little bit, say thank you, tip, and pop right back out.
And that's where Virgilia. Go ahead, Viral.
Regardless, if they eat carbon, we would be extremely well advised to not let them get too close.
Yes, but that's where Virgilia's insights can come in. They're not actually popping when they get overcharged. They're being dragged back into the infraworld. They become too energy dense, and since you've observed that the infraworld is increasing entropy, it is literally sucking energy out of real space.
And they become a little energy hot pocket and slurped up by the infraworld.
Like they suddenly have 1,000 times normal gravity. I mean, that's probably not a great analogy, but it's the one that keeps persisting in my brain. Is that they just they become too heavy.
I mean, the energy dense objects attract other energy. Energy attracted to energy.
Yeah. And that explains a lot of why they're attracted to high energy outputs, but you can get on with or get by with low persistent energy. Because they absorb energy by breaking chemical bonds and feeding on the after effects of that. New bonds form, and that creates energy. So, yeah, I wanted to paint a better visual of what this place looks like. I did, of course, use ChatGPT to run through the theoretical physics and science for me, and realized that I was not describing at all the degradation of concrete, rubbers, plastics. Wiring is, for the most part, dangling copper wire, or stripped bare copper wire. They don't eat a lot, and so it's not like the whole place has been stripped of carbon and left to non-carbon dust. But passing through people and objects with carbon certainly does eat some and cause damage. Now, with all that kind of out of character knowledge, you are absolutely allowed to have a think and or a discussion and bring it in character as you're walking from the amphitheater, where you see very clear signs of concrete turning to ruin much faster than it should. 800 years should not be quick enough without some kind of external damage to bring the roof of that structure down.
Okay.
Do you think that is a conversation that occurs in character?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. Good, because I wanted to say that Riley is absolutely wide-eyed at the concepts, the high concepts, and advanced science that is flying over her head. She has not been well educated.
Man, schools in this area have really gone to shit, haven't they?
Schools in this area are survival focused.
Yeah.
All right. Well, unless there's anything else you want to touch on, you make it back to oh, you've already made it back to Great Memorial, right? Riley's inside, and you can return as if you didn't just abscond with a 16-year-old weapon girl.
I feel like she basically bullied us out of taking her with us.
Kinda did.
It's also literally not the first time we've done this.
Koala's
Well.
not a weapon.
No, but she was trained on weapons, now wasn't she?
I mean, by that logic, anyone who can shoot a gun counts as a weapon. Like, at what point do you draw the
Yeah.
dividing line between the person and the weapon, huh?
Mm,
I think the line
not my
is,
job.
can they do it well? Koana and Riley can do it well.
Right, but you've met Koala. Would you call her a weapon?
She is a weapon of positivity.
She's a weapon of diabetes.
I was thinking, how do I bring the cooking into it? Yes, that's a good way of putting it.
Oh, great.
When you figure out a way to force someone to eat pastry in the middle of a firefight, then yes, we will consider Koala a weapon. Until such times.
Regardless, I mean, I think the point still stands. This crew has a bad habit.
What, of getting into conversations with people that want to be abducted? Recruited.
I mean, Riley, Das, Alana, Riley. Just saying, there's a pattern.
Wait, what was the first one before Das?
Zoe. I mean, not in this round, not in this cycle.
Yeah.
But Zoe's still like, what, 17-year-old, 6 years old?
Yeah.
By all accounts, Das is the only one of those people who we have quote unquote abducted who is not wound up basically running the crew for at least a little bit.
Also, I will kind of point out Das technically didn't get abducted.
My entire point is that none of you technically got abducted.
Well, but even like ignoring
On a technicality.
like Das,
I mean,
Das didn't actually get abducted. Das stowed away. There's a difference.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's like
but
the
I mean,
opposite of
it's
okay.
just like it's all perspective, though, isn't it?
I am going to roll a skill check for Aurelia with a bonus for her everybody likes me power. Okay. With Orion and Kawana's you picked a good team for this. With their relative strengths, nobody could ever suspect anything ill of Kawana, and Orion is a very level-headed person, and Aurelia is running the PR for you.
Just so likable.
Yeah, they're all fairly likable characters. And so you return to see kind of just a casual hangout. It's not an information session. It's just long time. It looks most like people who have been friends for a long time, just kind of talking over the news. The team you left has definitely ingratiated the some of the people here at Grey Memorial to you guys.
Excellent. That means that hopefully they won't react too poorly if we say something that they don't immediately like.
Yeah, you'll definitely get bonuses on any kind of reaction rolls.
Hopefully.
Now, I believe I said you could have slept before getting here. And so you're not really in a sleep crunch as far as time goes. Do you want to Oh, you know what? I should have asked if you wanted to drop Riley off or if you just wanted to continue on. Well, I made some assumptions there.
Yeah, I did wonder about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I apologize
Um,
for that. I'm willing to retcon because those were absolutely my assumptions.
As an apology, I will take she managed to make it back safely.
Did you want Riley with you as you went to the other sites?
I.
Mm,
As my apology for
it's
the retcon for the assumption, I will say you absolutely have time. I'm not even gonna roll for it.
mm,
Like the check has been rolled for her, and that is going to stand even if you take her for longer.
excellent. Let's take her with then if she's curious. Like, I doubt that if we tell her we're going to continue going, I doubt she's going to go, okay, I've had enough adventure. Have fun.
We're pretty confident with Kana with us.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah,
more
so-
firepower is not bad to have.
For Riley's state of mind, she is scared, but she is very wide-eyed, like kind of like odd that she is out of the hospital so far.
Mhm.
She's excited to be around, excited, scared to be around here.
Okay.
Wow. Guys, feel free to interrupt me when I'm starting to assume things that you're like
I
that.
almost did.
Okay.
but then I'm like, nah, I'm actually fine with this. But I'm fine with the other way too.
Yeah, I think I just must have missed something that, like, oh yeah, you only have so much time today.
No, that was just me kind of bulldozing ahead.
Okay.
All right, so we'll hold on to all the description I just gave. Remember that for when you do come back.
Understood.
You do still have to pass by Gray Memorial to get to any of the others, because that's the clear and easy roads that you saw. You could technically forge your own path, but that carries additional risks.
Mhm.
Did you want to go to the uplink relay, or what was identified as an uplink relay, or to the core light column?
We saved the core light column for last.
We did consider that, didn't we? Let's see
Yeah.
how really then. How much of a stop and looking around are we having?
Do you mean at the uplink relay?
Yeah,
Or
like just in general, like, are we stopping to have a proper look around, or a quick cursory scan, or just moving through in case it's anything obvious?
well, I'll tell you what it is real quick. You can use have a little more information before you decide.
Sure, but I mean, like, so just one sec.
Mhm.
I mean, for all of these going forward, like just for this excursion, what is the general game plan, guys?
Oh, gotcha.
I still wouldn't mind more materials and conversion components. So maybe if we see something that's promising in that, and I'm still again kind of holding out for something to ease the transportation issue. Though I think we'll be able to work through it anyways. But I really set my heart on that.
It's possible we might find something like that at the shoot, what was 10 again?
North Reservoir Utility Bunker.
It is possible
the
we
utility
find
bunker, yes.
that might be an option for that. Otherwise, it might be something we need to go to the other planet for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we just do a quick pass. Like you said, if something in particular catches our eyes, or like I said, anything that seems promising for conversion or materials components, or
Okay.
metaspace component.
I'm going to splash a larger view of the uplink relay on screen. This is very clear and easy to see on your approach.
Mm-hmm.
It stands out. I wasn't I wasn't able to remove the glow from above without actually resorting to photo editing, and I just didn't have time for that. Didn't make time for that. And so the picture is as stands. There's the sunlight, sun shining through there, and the bit at the top, the glowing bit at the top, is just an oddity of the misty blue ambient light that is around here. It's something that you see as you're traveling through, and it just looks like a Terran Mandate uplink tower. It's obvious that this is Terran Mandate. It's the kind of tower that is used for communication with oh, right. It is the kind of tower that is used for communication with distant stellar objects, and I forgot I actually did work that light at the top into the description, because there is light at the top. Looks like there's an LED or two that are up there, and the light is just diffusing through the mist, making it glow more than a few LEDs normally would.
Used for communication with distant stellar objects. Is it also used for interstellar communications?
Not typically interstellar. There isn't a whole lot of tech used for interstellar communications, since we're talking about light years, and Terran Mandate, ever since the discovery of the spike drill, hasn't needed to wait years for communication.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the interstellar, just like the probes, basically. Mail.
Yeah, it is still powered though, apparently, as Knox pointed out.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously not using high carbon steel.
If nothing else, it's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting that it's still powered. Like, wouldn't it have targeted the power source as well because it's the energy?
Well, it fits within the low energy signature. If this is just a couple of LED lights, that's probably not enough to attract a whole lot of attention. And you haven't seen the smoke entities more than a meter or so off the ground, which it definitely is taller than that.
So what you're saying is that if we could get ourselves 2 meters off the ground.
What he's saying is we need to fly and then we're safe, right?
See, Genji's on the ball.
Yes. I should note also that I have mentioned that there is a risk of smoke entities on the Raza even in orbit. So there appears to be a gravitational bounding effect of some sort. You're probably right about flying or hovering, though. That may be offset by the amount of energy required to do that. They clearly can fly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
maybe just like get 2 feet off the ground is not the correct response, but still,
It's definitely something that you can put in your toolbox. All right, and I have confirmed that yes, high carbon steel would be structurally weakened. You would see micro pitting along grain boundaries, apparently. Weakened bonds between the crystalline structures, making it prone to cracking. Oh, neat. There would be a rust black sheen where carbon was leached out. That's kind of cool.
Neat.
And everyone used
Basically
stilts.
turn it
Hmm.
back into just iron at that point.
Could be. It also did give me info for low carbon steel / pure iron. It says it fares better, corrodes naturally, but isn't the primary target. Can everyone use stilts?
Yeah, just like iron stilts for everybody. Yeah, or titanium or something. It's not steel.
It's funny to me, and this is an accident, but comes back to cold iron being
Mm-hmm.
effective, not as a weapon, but as something structurally solid. Yeah, I think that's neat. I'm happy with that.
So what you're telling me is that they're fairies. You know what? That explains a lot, actually.
Yep.
The myths of fairies certainly may have had some inspiration from some of this. You've already seen evidence where tales of ghosts could easily have been spawned from entities.
We're just going to go through all of mythology and work out that it's just all
Entities all the way down. Wait, so where did the dragons come from?
There is evidence that
Like a breed fire.
of Nemo-kinetic entities, basically telekinetic, but Nemo instead. So memory kinetic entities that take the form of very strong memories. So if tales of dragons were spawned by big snakes and got inflated and then told orally and manifested in the memory of a lot of people, there could be reinforcement from Nemo-kinetic dragon entities.
You heard Dex here. We can make dragons real if only we try hard enough.
Just to help aid this along, I mean, isn't there a case where telekinesis gets can make fire, right?
Oh no!
Oh yeah, there is a pyrokinesis power in telekinesis.
Oh dear.
There you go.
But anyways, so yes,
We're gonna get a dragon
is
eventually.
this uplink relay of interest to you?
Aside from the general scientific curiosity of the fact that it's still here and operational, not massively so, personally.
I'm not especially intrigued.
All right.
I guess because I'd probably be like amp the computing parts, anyways. if it was pre-tech to be had. If I'm thinking about it in those terms.
Okay. Let's see. Let's find 10.
That's actually powered off. I mean, what? I guess there is the question: is what the heck is it doing on? But is that a question we need answered?
Yes.
No, Arjun, I don't think.
No,
I
not
was
really.
thinking hard about what effects that might have of it running, but.
I actually had a question. So this is an uplink station. Is this another thing we could hack and pull the last logs of communication from it?
Yeah. If there are operational computers up there, or if you can give a battery to non-operational, I mean, you already see that there's LEDs on up there. Yeah, you could almost certainly hack it and get some information from whatever computer equipment is in there.
Is that something we want to try?
If we can, as long as we're like smash and grab it, so we can keep moving along.
I mean, it shouldn't be. It looks like it's still active to me, so it shouldn't be that difficult, I guess.
Sure, but like we're already pushing a lot about being out here this long. You know?
That's true. We did skip that stuff. Yeah, let's give it a go.
Let's give it a go, mean.
Go
Quick
hack
in and
it.
out, quick in and out, smash and grab, get a hack.
Okay.
I think.
Just a quick in and out. No
All right.
distractions. In and out.
15 minutes tops.
15-minute adventure tops.
In and out, 10-minute hack.
Exactly.
Grab a burger while we're there.
I'll put it back up just for the visual. It is on a slight hill, as these things should be. It really should be higher up, but this planet doesn't seem to have a whole lot of mountainous terrain or terrain variation, terrain height variation. And more so than the slight hill it's on is the very, very long climb up. There is an elevator within that scaffolding, but it's not powered.
Mm.
And
So
so
there's an elevator?
there is, but it's not powered.
Yeah, I say, how in a hurry are we? Maybe not, though.
So is Das making the climb?
I mean, I assume that's where the
Yes,
computers
make
are.
the climb.
So,
That is where the computers are. Yes.
yeah, so I guess Das is climbing.
All right. Let's go ahead and get a Constitution exert skill check from her.
Just ass.
Anyone that wants to can go with her. And if they go with, you can also assist. No, she doesn't actually need the assist.
I
I have +0 in both.
Nice.
I don't remember why I put a point into exert, but apparently I did at
Probably-
some point.
Probably because you worked with the.
That or
Doug
that
pretty
route was
much.
there from the start.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's from
That's
working with Doug.
Yeah.
I think I actually remember that. It was a long time ago, right?
I don't remember if it was actually a thing or not, but it might have been. Sounds like something I would have suggested.
Yeah.
It was back when you guys were doing more scavenging of stuff out in the graveyard or other places, and you were just kind of getting straight to the work. And I vaguely remember Ginja citing that as a reason that Das has exert. It's definitely coming in handy for her now. As the climb up is yes, you can, Nox. As the climb up, if you're not Kana, is quite a ways, so Das is a little bit winded there. I don't think Doug is terribly winded, but it still was an effort.
Oh, real quick before you guys go up, Percy will look out for Julia and say, one of us should probably go with. I want to stay here.
I think that's likely. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
just in case something sneaks up there.
Let's see.
O'Reilly pipes in. I can fly.
Virgilia, can you fly?
Not that I know of.
Virgilia cannot fly.
You know what? That makes you a pretty strong candidate then.
Yeah.
It's really high up.
If you don't fly too high above the floor, you should be okay, right?
I mean, I'll be fine. We won't let anything happen to me, so
Okay.
yeah, Riley will go up.
Best
See.
I can do is do the minimize damage thing on the fall.
It's kind of like flying.
it's like falling less.
Yeah.
Falling slowly enough that you can do something else in the meantime.
Well, no,
Yeah,
it doesn't
you
reduce the
fall
speed.
slightly.
It does not reduce
It's
the
more like an
speed of the
impact zone.
falling. It just reduces the damage at the end.
It lets you superhero.
Well, that's
land.
reducing the speed.
For a very short period of time,
Riley.
yes.
Yeah.
um,
Riley can just do that more and for longer.
she does not keep pace with you guys all the way up. She kind of hangs out near you at first, but then flies up on her own. And she is inside, looking around at the very minimal blinking lights. You know, the LEDs that were diffusing out into the mist. This uplink tower is still operating, it looks like. You won't even have to power it.
Suspicious.
It is in a very, very low power, or of a very low power design. And see. Okay. And my notes actually do say that they require a power source, but I'm gonna just mark off another A cell. They basically just they're not powered enough to power monitors. Let's put that there. You can see that something is happening, but it's in such a low power state that to conserve its power, or its reserves, that it can't power on the monitors at this state. And I'm not going to make you roll a fix check on this one. Just if you want to mark off another A cell, you can activate the monitors with no actual risk of entity attack.
I'll mark off another.
All right.
Yeah. Given its dash, you could probably hack it through like turn the output into Morse code and send it through one of the LEDs. But you know.
Oh, I didn't even think
Better to have a
about.
monitor.
Yeah, I didn't even think that about Das using her own data slab for it.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right. We've used that in the past. You just need to be able to find the right connection. You don't necessarily need that connection to have a screen. Okay, you can keep your A cell.
Just need some kind of input, some kind of output, and
Yeah,
look around.
it's easier with a screen, but not in a mechanical way that's going to affect your dice rolls.
Yeah.
And so, is Das wanting to get in here? What kind of information is she looking for?
I don't know.
I'd say aim for just the last communication logs.
Yeah. Yeah. So, latest communication logs back to whatever I can get.
Okay. That's a specific question. Go ahead and excuse me. Roll versus an 8 plus the major government +2 and data corruption +2 for a total difficulty of 14.
Okay.
You've been making these, so
I have.
what?
I have. But
Who are you and what have you done with Das?
right. That roll, that is a 1.5%.
All right,
That
I'll
was.
turn off the make it more difficult for Das mod.
That is literally 1222.
Yes.
What
It
is
was
this?
just a little too
Oh,
blatant.
dear.
Yeah. And it's like it's like first you've replaced my hit dice with d4s, now you've replaced my program dice with d4s.
Clearly, I have it out for short people.
Soon it'll just be all of my dice.
Your
Just every
attack
dice
rolls. I rolled a 4
is
again.
D4. Yeah, roll an attack roll. It's like, okay, that's an 8 to hit. That's the highest I can possibly roll. In fact, no, it wouldn't even be that because any actual weapon is less. Yeah, it'd be like a 7 with a bolter that has a +1. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you want to re-roll that.
But yeah, I mean, it can't get worse, right?
I mean, it can, actually.
Surely it can't get worse than that.
All right,
Yeah, no, there we
with
go.
stats is
16.
back.
That's more like it.
So,
That's more like it.
last communication was just a few days ago. It received a ping from some distant stellar object. In fact, this looking for this will also reveal that the relay is receiving consistent pings from a stellar object, which you can identify as a jump gate. The jump gate that you believed to have been built in this system initially. You've learned that, but that you didn't see upon entering the system with the Raza.
Do we have a location of the pings?
You don't have a location of the pings from this data, but I will add. You can see from this hack. As a freebie, that there was a substantial burst in emergency communications from New Terra, which was marked as an event for exceeding the relay's buffer, occurring in 2299, and then silence. It basically just confirms what you already believed about New Terra. There are numerous outbound communications from Tower registered for 2 weeks before they also go silent. And then only the weekly ping from the jump gate. You could possibly get the location of the jump gate with further hack checks. And I will list here I didn't format this one quite as neatly, but there's flight logs, transmission transcripts, and planetary communications that are generally available as general info.
Okay.
You're making a noise like you think someone made a noise you didn't identify.
Yeah, I'm just
Thinking.
sorry. I glanced away for a second. What's going on?
Nothing new, I don't think.
Okay.
No, since you'll pay attention. Question mark.
Yeah. Das did the hack, and then we've got some categories, and I've forgotten what all the categories are.
Flight logs, transmission transcripts, and planetary communications.
Okay. Kind of want all of them.
Well, you're going to get better than that.
You are high enough that I'm not going to roll a smoke check for each hack, but I am going to roll one at the end for the folks at the bottom.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, being high protects you from entities? Oh, you mean vertical?
Yeah.
I'm mostly joking. I knew that was what you meant, honest.
Yeah. Okay, which of those do we think is most useful to us?
Communic-
There's
communication?
potential. They're potentially all useful.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it?
I would
always the thing.
say, do any of them look particularly more difficult than the others?
No, they're all going to be at general info for base of 10 plus 4 plus however many hacks. So you're right now at a 15.
Okay.
Hmm.
I didn't expect these hacks to be such a challenge for Das. We're gonna have to have some
Intervention?
we'll see how that has affected Das, and or see if there's something that's been up with her, or kind of get there's a trend. I'd like to explore that more later.
I mean, like
Yeah.
you're talking base difficulty 14 checks still. Like even with all even with so many specializations into it, that is
Well,
insanely difficult.
I mean,
numerically, I agree.
true, but like numerically, yes, but like the level that Das is at, she should be able to pass a difficulty 16 more than half the time.
And
That's the level that Das is at.
And I'm interested in the roleplay a bit. Das has had no challenge with hacking thus far, and here she is. So that's what I'm curious to explore. Is it because of the strange Terran mandate protocols, or is there tension in the air, the constant risk of entity attacks, or is something just off? That's what I'm curious to see a scene on later. Won't bog you down with it right now, or surprise you with it right now.
Concept: something between the two crews causing interference. Turns out when you have two of the same person, computers don't like it. It's because the universe does actually run on predeterminism.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Please don't go with that. I don't want to
Das was actually just reading that code of predeterminism as wild talent.
Yeah, you basically just spent a fee on buying admin privileges. You get a little bit of foresight.
Yeah.
If this is the answer, if this is the actual answer, I'm going to be sad.
So, 2299, I feel like I should recognize the year. What is that? Is that the infraworld incursion bit?
It is, yes.
Right. Okay.
You also saw that in various dates with the Jody stuff. I believe there were date markers in the memories, but even if there weren't, you can identify that those memories occurred in 2299 also.
Right.
In fact, you can just infer that from her age. She's mid-20s, born in 71.
What happened in 2299?
Well,
okay, good insight. Thank you.
You don't know yet. You don't know.
Yeah, I told you the sum of everything I knew.
Yeah. Like I say, good insight. Thank you.
I guess if you're still trying to decide on which one to do first, I'd suggest. All right, here's what I'd suggest. Dex, what order did you prepare these questions to be asked in?
These don't have interlinks. The interlinks was an idea I came up with near the end to try and feed more information into them. And I'm not sure I like it, so I don't know if I'll do it again. But
I was going to say, he immediately regrets it because we broke it. He will not be doing it again.
In that case, here is my suggestion.
Mm-hmm. Let's see it.
I suggest doing the planetary communications first because I rolled a 3 on the die.
Oh dear. Is this what we would just do?
Hmm. So
I mean, if
what's
you're not
the-
gonna pick anyway, let's just roll a die for it.
What's the difference between the transcripts and the communications?
The transcripts are let's see. Okay, so the planetary communications is more of communications post 2299. The
Right.
transcripts are
Okay.
actual transmissions between the two planets when they were both intact.
Right. Okay. And does
Is
that
there a
include
significant volume of
emergency burst there?
Is there a significant volume of material post 2299?
No, and that's another easy way to identify them. There's only scattered amount of the planetary communications, and there is a significant amount of data in the transmission transcripts.
Okay.
Would the
I'm
planetary
inclined to go transcripts, logs, comms then.
Sorry, I'm curious about the jump gate thing. Would the communications, or would any communications there be in the planetary communications then, if that's post 2299?
The flight logs is probably the most likely to include that because at the time, with an operational jump gate, flight logs would include the jump gate.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll yeah, go ahead and do what the order you were planning on then.
Okay. Transcripts first then.
All right, difficulty 15.
15.
There we go.
See, I
There's
can roll it
Das.
Yeah. It's just the surface, obviously. I don't like the surface.
Mm.
You know, up here it's a bit safer.
It is, yeah, it definitely does feel a bit safer. You do not see the smoke entities frequently. I will say there's the occasion, but it's like, you know, it's very rare. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah. I feel like it's kind of like almost Das getting distracted by them.
Okay.
Like not consciously, but like something in the corner of her eye and its movement and its like sudden focus, partially from having alert. It's like movement in the corner of my eye. Check what it is first, and then it's just another smoke entity, and just that constant low-level distraction.
That sounds right. So, this is mostly. These transcripts are mostly from the comms buffer overload of 2299. And it's a glut of military communications directing defensive movements, casualty reports, and basically narrating the complete and sudden fall of military structure on both planets to an unknown enemy impervious to their standard weaponry. And here's the part that you may find interesting. This all follows otherwise mundane notices that New Terra's advanced energy grid was being brought online.
Yeah, the condensers, energy grid. Yep.
Oh.
I mean, who can resist unlimited power?
Yeah.
Limited power.
Yeah.
Minutes. I mean, minutes.
You see.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Alright, that is 2 hacks. Your next difficulty is at 16.
Yeah, we'll go for these flight logs.
Alright. See.
We're back.
So
We're
what I'm
back.
hearing, is we need to send you up a tower for any relevant coding problems. Got it?
No, you just need to put me somewhere there aren't any smoke entities.
Maybe.
Not just like roaming hostile things out of the corner of my eye, you know?
Maybe.
All right, so there are some interesting new details in these flight logs. They of course include the Terran mandate ships that you expected to see, but they also include ships identified as belonging to a corporations named Black Sun, Necross Eternal, and Artemis Group. Gonna have to fix the tense on those two corporations. I don't know how I did a corporation there. And they're all using the jump gate, although there are no aberrant traffic patterns with them. They're also all using the jump gate in and back out, presumably into Terran mandate established territory. They're also all making spike drills to an unstated destination from Onalau, as well as arriving at Onalau from an unstated origin. Now, because you have the shuttle data and the nav data from that, you know that their arrival location is from Artemis. Logs of the three groups end in 2275, as does all traffic through the jump gate.
Would that have been?
Is that the jump gate failure?
That's the jump gate failure, yes.
Okay.
Catastrophic failure.
Right. So So we would have been cut off for 24 years when the disaster happened.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Difficulty 17.
Wow. Difficulty 17. Planetary comms. Right. Okay. No. Right. I am just gonna point out, right, those last three rolls, right? The 17 is 1556. The 18 is 3566, and the other 18 is 5666.
So, yeah, I think being on the
So
The tower.
yeah, the tower is helping. I think I rolled more sixes in 3 rolls there than I had in the whole previous rest of the session.
You see
last session.
You see why I was perfectly comfortable adding a +2 age corruption to the difficulty here, Lulu?
I mean, this is still a pretty bizarre push. This is just weird in the other direction.
Now, to be fair, if you had come here like early on and were like level 4 or 5 somehow, then you would have simply had to figure out how to bring this back for the longer, more difficult ship decryption.
God.
This is because you are spending 10 minutes to hack into an 800-year-old system that doesn't want to be hacked. So the planetary communications are about what you expected. There are logged communications through the years. Should add in there post 2299. The logs, which include some transcripts, reveal that there have been ships that have found Onalau over the last decade and centuries, and tracks them to New Terra. There's no corresponding data suggesting that they're ever observed or witnessed leaving New Terra. With this and a planetary scan and some successful piloting to identify locations, the landing sites of 5 free merchant holes on New Terra could be identified. Now, I will be clear, it's unlikely that those will have pre-tech because they are post-tech ships within the last few decades.
I mean, that's still super fucking weird. How'd they get here? That's a 6 hex jump, isn't it?
We are perhaps not the biggest fish in a swimming pool.
It is not a 6 hex jump from the known system Andiana Ayali, and you do know that it's only a 2 hex jump between Artemis and Onalau.
Okay. Well, so, like, either they're from Artemis or I mean, that's... God, how many hexes is that from, I don't have the system map up. Or the sector map, rather.
I can move you over to the Roll20 map if you'd like.
No, I've got the, sectors without number thing.
Okay, do a quick refresh. I just made Artemis visible. It's in the top right corner on 1100.
Yeah, I see it. It's the black hole.
Mm-hmm.
Top right. So Andiana Ayali is still a 3 hex jump.
So
I can't remember how common 3 hex or spike dive 3s were in this system.
They're not common, but they're also not terribly rare. I would say, well, okay, so like 90% of the ships will be Drive 2 because that's all they need. But the Drive 3 is available for specialist interests like explorers, treasure hunters, the kind of people that would see a planet like New Terra and then go down to it.
Okay.
But more so, what this kind of tells you is that, yes, there have been ships that have come through this system, despite Lisette telling you that you're the first ship logged in however long she said.
It doesn't.
Interesting.
Well, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. They might have just not picked them up. They're kind of using they don't exactly have an observatory or anything there.
Right. And you
Maybe,
happen to know
maybe.
exactly where to communicate to them.
Yeah.
I feel
So
like it's perhaps not by its interest that we don't tell them this, that people have been by and not stopped down and said anything.
Yeah. I mean, well, honestly, it might. Well, it depends on if they're hiding anything or not. If they're not, then like they might be upset that people stopped by just to loot various sites. But I don't know that that'd be really surprising. Or it might be a little surprising, but it wouldn't be harmful. Yeah. We can keep it from them, though. It's not like they benefit from knowing.
Yep. So, the only thing that you don't still have is the actual location of the jump gate. You know that it is sending weekly status reports, and it's not exactly including its position in there. You just know that it's in deep space. It's not within the system proper where you get an idea of where everything is. You asked this earlier, so I'm not saying it to plant the idea, but you could make some adjustments to the programming here to actually ask for its position.
We'd need a trip, or we need double sixes to actually get that, though, wouldn't we?
Probably.
I mean, I did the stats.
Yeah.
So, Das's program roll's not on the tower, right? Mean 2 points, and this is all of the dice. This isn't like the result. This is just purely the raw d6 rolls, right? Mean 2.71, median 2.5, mode 1.
Oh dear.
The rolls on the tower mean 5, median 5.5, mode 6.
Oh, yikes.
Actually,
Like, the point that my median roll jumps by 3 on the tower.
Yeah.
On the D6 as well.
So this is actually something I was just thinking of, Dex. So we have the gate's communication to this particular tower, correct?
Mm-hmm.
We should at least have the direction in, or we should at least have the location in one dimension in that case. Maybe not the, like, we should be able to, like, if we can find like another uplink tower maybe on New Terra and it also was pinged by the jump gate, we might be able to triangulate the location anyway using that.
Yes. You could also try blindly searching in that direction. You'd need to get the ship out farther than it currently is.
How big could space possibly be?
How big can space possibly be? I keep saying space is big, but really, is it really big or just big?
Yeah.
Remember also that the difficulty scaling for successive hacks resets after 24 hours.
Yeah.
Not something you have to necessarily do right now or never. This isn't going to collapse, unlike some of my other hacks have.
I mean,
I know I do use that as a stress mechanic.
Actually, here's another question then. The jump gate is pinging this location. Is it receiving anything in return?
It is not.
Okay.
Which is
It
probably,
looks like
if it was, it would probably have caused issues with smoke entities.
Possibly, but it looks like the intent here is basically it's just a check-in ping.
Okay.
Like, hi, I'm still out here. Hi, I'm still out here. Hi, I'm still out here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Nox is offering to make an assist check to try and see if you can get that right now. If you I feel weird because I did say it, but it was also in answer to Lulu's earliest question. So you'd already said it. I'm not feeding you. Do you want to roll a subvert? It's a base difficulty of 10, same as you've been doing. Plus the 4, plus the other 4.
So what is that? 18.
18.
Yeah.
Literally 18.
Yeah.
Sure, it'll be fine.
I mean, there doesn't seem to be a downside to rolling it. So especially if I've got an assist to make it more plausible that it actually happens. Yeah.
Nox, go ahead and roll the pilot for Kana. Of course, Kana can just appear up there and doesn't have to climb anything. Or she can just walk up it. Unfortunately, does not get the 18 that Das needs to roll.
Okay, well, we'll try it anyway.
Yeah.
It might work.
Nope.
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 Bunch of 5s. Bunch of 5s. Basically the same roll that Kana got. 3, 4, 5, 5, and 3, 5, 5, 5.
Yep, barely.
Yep.
Better enough to be like distinctly better.
Yeah, that does drag my mean down. Like 3, 5, 5, 5 drags my mean roll down from the top of the tower. That's how good the rolls were before that.
Yep.
If a 16 is dragging your mean down, I think you're okay.
Yeah.
Bear in mind that most people are rolling
Yeah.
2d6 for this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, most hackers are only
Most people
to be honest.
most people would not have had a 13% chance of that actually working. Yeah. Plus some from the assist. I don't know what the percentage of the assist working was, but if the assist had worked, it'd be 32%. Yeah. Das is pretty good at this.
It's okay.
Yeah. I mean, you take either of the previous 2 rolls, and that would have worked.
Yeah. Yep. So you know,
like this was very possible.
You know of the location and the possibility to try and ping the jump gate for its location if you wanted to explore it. And it's easy enough to climb down. Das is certainly going to be feeling it in the morning. Doug probably just weathering it fine. And then kind of...
Yeah.
That's a good workout.
Yeah, exactly. We've got about 15 to 20 minutes left, and I think that's plenty of time for Site 10, which
Must not be that exciting.
well,
the one
plenty
with a
of
bunch
time
of...
to introduce Site 10.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say the one with a bunch of smoke entities and some energy source
Right?
down there that hasn't been exploited.
Yes,
Right?
yes. Sorry. Yes, I definitely meant to
buried
introduce
bunker?
Site 10.
we can handle that in 15, 20 minutes.
The thing that might plausibly actually be a dungeon. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. As always, stop me if I am making assumptions or characterizing incorrectly. But you make your way down the tower and navigate through the streets, which you still have that what's it called? The 13, the outpost, kind of mapped out. You know where you're going. And first thing that you see is a utility station, or city's sanitation station, I guess I should say. There's some of an emergency shelter that had been put up on the side of the road outside the city's sanitation station. You can see that the facilities beyond are walled and shuttered, probably in shutdown mode so that the city's water supply is safe in case of an attack, which they did suffer, just not the usual kind of attack. But it doesn't look like the shutdown went perfectly. There's pipe overflow and poor maintenance or degradation of the normal post-tech piping has caused some massive seepage of water from below ground to above ground. It's basically a swamp out there. And over here where the emergency shelter was built. Sinkhole opened up, swallowing most of the emergency shelter and exposing the exterior wall of the utility bunker below it to the flooding and the elements, and probably also the entities, the smoke entities. You're looking down at the external walls of this underground bunker, exposed to hundreds of years of water drying. The entities and that bunker wall has collapsed, letting in sand, emergency shelter instant panels, and stagnant water. There is still some sitting inside the interior of this bunker that you can see. It literally collapsed open the bunker itself. And All right, one moment, please. All right, all right. So, stepping out of prepared narrative speech now, which had to be quickly adjusted because it was written for the GM and not for the players. Get you. What you
I mean, am I wrong?
No.
Am I wrong?
No.
I rolled 24. I rolled, if I'm not even 24, I'm not even counting. 30 dice, right? 30 dice before we climbed the tower. I got no sixes, right? And then in the first 12, the first 12 dice on the tower, 6 of them are sixes. Like, it's definitely the tower. It's got to be the tower somehow.
Can we bring this tower with us?
And also, given the ordering as well, it's not, oh, I climbed the tower and suddenly got sixes. Literally, the first dice that I rolled on the tower was a 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's obviously there's a fence around the sanitation system complex, but the sinkhole has made any nominal effort, or trivial, basic effort at keeping people out completely inconsequential. You walk right up to the sinkhole, carefully, of course. And you can see the underground facilities that are meant to be secured from the elements and underground so that the sanitation system can do whatever it's doing. And you can see that that's exposed. You also see that it looks like other people have been here throughout the decades. There. Hang on. There is the corner of a door into the underground sanitation system that you can see, and moreover, you hear or feel the very slight hum of machinery operating underground.
I do like the sound of that.
And the only things that should be able to survive the various elements arrayed against it down here is something that is pre-tech and resistant to the smoke entity's dietary carbon. Or is so sequestered that they just don't get to it. Which is kind of made, kind of invalidated by the fact that there are so many smoke entities here. Your observations from the outpost were accurate. This place is swarming. I decided to forego the roll just to get up to the sinkhole and see inside. For the sake of time management and pacing, wanted to make sure you got to the carrot before we ended today.
The carrot, yes, but what about the stick?
Those come later. The sticks are the entity's red, sad eyes.
Oh.
Oh.
I still can't see them. I'm still going to shoot them.
And unless there are any other scenes or observations that you want to make, I actually think that this would be a good place to call it instead of getting into something that may get you into something else. That will almost certainly get you into something else.
Seems fair.
Anyone have any quick roleplay they want to fill a couple minutes?
Nothing springing to mind.
Well,
me.
Doug's gonna be commenting to Das, and it must be because all that work climbing the stairs up the tower.
In the future, Doug puts Das on a treadmill before any hacking job.
I actually bring a little portable treadmill.
Yeah. Does Das respond to the suggestion of from climbing the tower?
Probably just to say it's probably just that I'm away from the flipping movement, the entities.
Oh, so this is going to be really bad for you.
Yeah.
So we don't need. So we shouldn't be relying on your hacking anytime while we're here, huh?
Yeah.
No, we'll see.
Yeah.
Well, let's plan to do some more hardware modifications instead here. Doug, you're on point.
I'm not sure we'll figure something.
Yeah, someone without alert should do the hacking.
Doomed yourself by taking alert.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe that's a trick. Maybe we should put like those horse blinders on Das.
That's a bit mean. That's a little bit mean, yeah.
Oh.
All right, less mean. Get her a VR headset that blinds her to everything else.
Oh, so what?
Yeah.
So Nemesis strat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
See,
that would be a nemesis move.
So Riley pipes in about as you're talking about the thing, says, and I heard people get sick here too.
Yeah.
immediately or after they've been here for a while?
I don't know. They don't exactly teach history lessons here. Just they say don't come scavenging anymore. Like a note from hundreds of years ago.
Most obvious guess there is that it'd be a radiation thing.
Radiation?
Oh dear.
So when
Fire?
it produces heat,
Well, I mean fire, but the light from fire radiates.
It does. You're right. The heat radiates, and that's
She looks very
kind
proud.
of related. But it's a different sort of energy. Basically, when certain things, well, it's kind of like what the entities do, I guess. So when certain things break, when certain pieces of matter break down and convert into energy, energy is released, and this can be very bad for you.
You've lost her.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Imagine if a fire was like pointed directly at your DNA.
At my what?
Imagine if a fire was pointed directly at
Oh dear.
imagine if fire,
Wait, I know how to make this
instead of
easier.
burning
What's
the
the D?
outside. Okay. I mean,
Okay,
I
then
know
what's
what the
the A?
acid.
Okay, so D something and acid. What's the D?
Okay. It's
This is me getting back at Lulu.
I'm not going to explain fucking nucleic acids to her. That'll require a bigger biology lesson.
I mean,
let's put it this way.
I can give it a shot.
Okay. All right. You know what? Go ahead.
Okay. So, your body is made up of a bunch of tiny instructions that tell you like why you are the way you are, what height you are, what hair color you are, how your skin works, the functionality of all your organs, how everything works and is put together, right? And it's different for everyone, yeah?
Yeah, obviously.
Right. And obviously, your body's really complicated. It's all really intricate, bunch of interlocking parts, things relying on each other, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now imagine if you set that on fire.
You set your body on fire, it's bad anyways.
No, you set the instructions on fire.
Yeah, so your body stops remembering how to be a body and how to work properly.
Do you mean like maybe like safety protocols? You set those on fire and then people forget how to be safe?
Possibly. Either they forget how to be safe.
More like you start kicking the shit out of the foundations of a building.
Yeah.
Take a sledgehammer to it. Sledgehammer made of fire.
You could also think of it this way. Imagine if instead of a fire burning the outside of you, it turned the inside of you into one of two things. Those two things being soup or mold.
Both those are bad.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, cream of mushroom is... Ugh.
Sure.
Yeah. How would you feel if your bones were made of cream and mushroom?
And also the cream of
Jiggly?
mushroom had mold on it.
Ew.
Yeah.
Okay,
also the
so
mold
that's...
cream on it.
Does fire do that?
No.
Radiation does.
But fire
Radiation does.
radiates.
Fire radiates, but it radiates in a different way.
Fire radiates heat. This is a
And
heat is one
light.
kind of energy. This other kind of energy is called radiation. It's poorly named.
I'm going to just get you a book on like the. I'm going to just get you a book on the introductory physics stuff as soon as we get onto the Raza, and you can read through that because it will probably be very interesting to you, actually.
Yeah, okay, yeah, of course.
I mean,
She
once you
said
get
not
your,
knowing what she was agreeing to.
once you get you all out of here, you have as much time to study whatever you want. You're like,
All right, great. I'm going to teach this girl as soon as and she's going to hate it probably because it's school.
and then I'm going to teach this girl, and it's actually going to make sense to her.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I could probably explain it well if I was actually trying, but
Sure. Yeah, I totally believe that you weren't trying, and the increasing levels of exasperation did not warrant you actually trying. I believe you. Yep. You can't see it, but I'm nodding behind my screen.
Yeah.
I'm totally not making any rude hand gestures whatsoever. I would never.
All right, and with that, I think we'll go ahead and end.